Hello students, welcome back to second session on independent branch. We know that in last session we discussed in detail about what exactly independent branches are, what are the features of independent branches, and what are the accounts maintained by independent branch. We were discussing about accounting in the books of head office. Today we are continuing with that. So we know that independent branches prepares full set of accounts. At the end of year, it submits trial balance to head office. On receipt of trial balance from independent branch, the head office will pass incorporation entry and prepares columnar trading and profit and loss account and even consolidated balance sheet. But before incorporating trial balance of independent branches, head office should pass what is that adjustment entries. What is adjustment entries? Entries required to be passed particularly for such transaction for which no entries are passed so far. Transaction here means transaction between branch and head office. What are all that? So usually cash in transit, goods in transit, depreciation on branch fixed asset maintained at the head office. So for all these type of transaction, entries might have not passed. So we need to pass entries first. So then entries for such transaction first, then head office need to incorporate trial balance of various independent branches. So head office prepares all set of accounts along with branch account. Branch account prepared by head office will be debited with everything that was sent to branch, payment made on behalf of branch and net profit of branch, and it is credited with everything that is received from branch and payment made by branch on behalf of head office and loss incurred by branch. So on receipt of trial balance from independent branches, head office incorporate the trial balance by passing incorporating journal entry. At the end of year, it at the end of the year means it receives accounts at the end of year itself. So particularly trial balance from independent branch at the end of year itself, and immediately it will prepare columnar trading and profit and loss account and consolidated balance sheet. Before passing incorporation entries and preparing columnar trading and profit and loss account and consolidated balance sheet, head office need to see whether any transaction for which no entries are made so far occurred between branch and head office or between branches are there or not. In case if such transactions are there, for such transaction first head office need to pass adjustment entries. Usually transactions such as cash in transit, goods in transit, depreciation on branch fixed asset maintained at head office, all these transactions are not entered. So for such transaction, adjustment entries need to be passed. In addition to preparing columnar trading and profit and loss account and consolidated balance sheet, head office also maintains various accounts. One of the very important accounts to be maintained by head office is branch account. How branch account will be prepared in the books of head office? So the branch account prepared in the books of head office will be debited with everything that was sent to branch, payment made on behalf of branch and net profit of the branch. And it is credited with everything that is received from branch, payment made by branch on behalf of head office and loss incurred by branch. Means what we debit in head office account in the books of branch will be credited here. What we credit in head office account in the books of branch will be debited here. So that's why head office account in the books of branch account in the books of head office shows same balance, but of what in nature? Opposite in nature. Means if it shows debit balance there, here it shows credit. If that shows credit balance there, here it shows debit. Now we will first concentrate on adjustment entries. For what and all we need to pass adjustment entries. First one is for inter-branch transfer. On the instruction of head office, there is a possibility of a particular branch sending goods to another branch. Such type of sending goods to another branch by one independent branch to another. Such transaction is known as inter-branch transfer. So in the books of head office, we need to debit receiving branch and we need to credit supplying branch for inter-branch transfer. So what's the adjustment entry? Receiving branch account debtor to supplying branch account. All accounts relating to fixed assets of branch, if maintained at head office, we need to charge depreciation. So what's the journal entry? Adjustment entry for depreciation charged on asset of branch maintained at head office. So branch account debtor to concerned branch fixed asset account. So concerned branch account should be debited. Concerned branch, for example, if it is machinery, so branch machinery account should be credited. Sometimes what happens is head office will send goods or cash to branch. Otherwise, branch will remit, even this also happens, branch will remit cash or goods to head office. But it was not reached to the destination till the end of the year. It will reach after the end of the year, means next year it will reach. So such type of goods or cash sent by head office to branch or by branch to head office, which is not yet reached to the destination. Destination means if branch sends, it should reach to head office. If head office sends, it should reach to branch. If that is not the case till the end of an year, or it reaches after the end of a particular year. So such type of cash or goods is known as cash in transit, goods in transit. Transit means it is still in transportation, not yet reached. So if such type of transaction are there, for such transaction also we need to pass adjustment entry. The entry is cash in transit account data, goods in transit account data, concerned branch account in the books of head office. Sometimes head office makes payment on behalf of branch. If that is the case, journal entry is branch account data to bank account. Head office receives receipts on behalf of branch. Journal entry is bank account data to branch account. If branch makes payment on behalf of head office, so concerned payment account data to branch. For receipts by the branch account data to concerned receipt account. So for head office expenses attributable to branch, journal entry branch account data to profit and loss account. So for what is that? First adjustment entry is for inter-branch transfer. Second one for charging depreciation on fixed asset of branch maintained for which accounts is maintained at head office. The next one is cash in transit and goods in transit. The next one is payment made by head office on behalf of branch, receipts received by head office on behalf of branch, payment made by branch on behalf of head office, amount received by branch on behalf of head office, and last one is head office expenses attributable to branch. So journal entry is branch account data to profit and loss account. So what are the adjustment entries need to be passed in the books of branch for some special transaction? So means so far we studied how to pass adjustment entries in the books of head office. Now we are studying how to pass adjustment entry for same type of transaction, particularly in the books of branch. First one is for inter-branch transfer. In case if that branch is supplying branch, head office account data to goods sent to branch account. So this is the journal entry. In case if it is a receiving branch, goods received from head office account data to head office account. So inter-branch transfer will be treated as goods received from head office in the books of receiving branch, goods returned to head office or supplied to head office in the books of supplying branch. So the journal entry is head office account data to goods sent to branch account in the books of supplying branch. Goods received from head office account data to head office account in the books of receiving branch. So this is all about inter-branch transfer. So for charging depreciation on branch assets for which accounts are maintained at head office in the books of branch, depreciation account data to head office account. For cash or goods sent by branch to head office which is not yet received or which are still in transit and till the end of accounting year or it reaches to head office after the end of an accounting year, then journal entry is cash in transit account data, goods in transit account data to head office account. For payment made by head office on behalf of branch, concerned payment account data to head office account. For receipts by the head office on behalf of branch, head office account debtor to concern receipt account. For payment made by branch on behalf of head office account debtor to cash account. On receipt of cash money by the branch on behalf of head office, journal entries cash account debtor to head office account. For head office expenses attributable to branch, journal entry is head office expenses account debtor to head office account. So these are the journal adjustment entries need to be passed in the books of what also branch also. So it is very clear that so we need to pass adjustment entries for special transaction in the books of head office and even in the books of branch. What are all such special transaction? Inter-branch transfer, depreciation on fixed asset of branch for which accounts are maintained at head office. So then cash in transit, goods in transit, payment made by branch on behalf of head office, receipt received by branch on behalf of head office, payment made by head office on behalf of branch, receipt received by head office on behalf of branch, and head office expenses chargeable or attributable to branch. For these few transactions, we need to pass what entries? Adjustment entries. How can we know about we need to pass adjustment entry in a particular problem? This type of transaction will be given after they are giving trial balance to us. So by looking at such transaction, so we can pass so easily what entry? Adjustment entries. First you have to identify whether we need to pass adjustment entry. All this transaction will not be there in a problem. So many transactions, around 8 transactions we studied, of which 2 or 3 will be there in a problem. First pass adjustment entry, then pass incorporation entries. So in the books of head office, incorporation entry comes only in the books of head office, but adjustment entry comes in the books of branch also, in the books of head office also. Now, what is incorporation entry? On receipt of branch trial balance, the head office will incorporate the items of branch trial balance either following 8 entry method or following 3 entry method. In the sense, I have already informed you that it's an independent branch. It maintains full set of accounts and submit trial balance at the end of accounting year to head office. So whenever head office receives trial balance, it should incorporate items of trial balance in its book. So for such incorporation, for such addition to its book, so it need to pass an entry. Such entry is known as incorporation entry. How to pass incorporation entry? There are 2 methods. One is 8 entry method, the other one is 3 entry method. Why it is called as 8 entry and 3 entry? In 8 entry method, we have 8 entries required. We need to pass 8 entries to incorporate trial balance of branch. Under 3 entry method, we need to pass only 3 entries to incorporate trial balance of branch. For what are all that we need to incorporate or we need to pass incorporation entry? Under 8 entry method, we will pass separate entry for incorporating debit item of trading account, incorporating credit item of trading account, incorporating or transferring gross profit or gross loss, incorporating debit side of profit and loss account, incorporating credit side of profit and loss account. So then transferring net profit, for transferring assets and liability, and for transferring liabilities of the branch, assets of the branch and liabilities of the branch. So totally we need to pass 8 entries. Under 3 entry method, what will be incorporated? The net impact of profit and loss account is net profit or net loss. First that will be incorporated. So incorporation of profit generated or loss incurred at branch. So then incorporating assets of branch and incorporating liabilities of branch. So this is what incorporating entries are and methods for incorporating trial balance in the books of head office. So let me see what incorporation entries we need to pass. First, for incorporating debit item of branch trading account. Journal entry, branch trading account debtor to concern branch account. Reverse is a journal entry for incorporating credit item of trading account, that is branch account debtor to branch trading account. Then trading account profit should be transferred to profit and loss account. Journal entry is branch trading account debtor to branch profit and loss account. So for debit item of branch profit and loss account debtor to branch account. For credit item of branch profit and loss, so branch account debtor to branch profit and loss account. So then net profit or net loss of branch should be incorporated. Journal entry is branch profit and loss account referred to general profit and loss account in case if it is a profit. If it is a loss, branch profit and loss account referred to general profit and loss account. This is how to incorporate. Sorry, in case if it is a loss, reverse is the journal entry. General profit and loss account referred to branch profit and loss account. Then to incorporate various assets, journal entry, various assets account referred to branch account. In case if there are certain branch liability, then reverse is the journal entry. Branch account should be debited. Branch account should be debited, and concerned liabilities account should be credited. So this is what entries we need to pass under 8 entry method. In case if we are following 3 entry method, we will not pass first 3 entries. We will pass only 4th entry. Yes, not the we will pass not the 4th entry. We will pass 6th entry. 6th entry means entries for incorporating net profit or net loss. If it is net profit, branch profit and loss account referred to general profit and loss account. If it is net loss, general profit and loss account referred to branch profit and loss account. So under 3 entry method, the first entry is to incorporating the net profit. Next entry is to incorporate various assets. Last one is to incorporate various liabilities. Only 3 entries will come under 3 entry method. So depending upon situation in the problem, or depending upon whether they ask us to pass under 8 entry or 3 entry, so we need to pass any one of these 2 method. So this is all about incorporation entries. So far what we studied, you just remember we studied what is independent branch, what are the features of independent branch, and even we concentrated on what are the accounts, subsidiary books maintained by branch. We started studying accounting in the books of head office. We came to know that branch will submit trial balance at the end of every year to head office. So after receiving trial balance in the books of head office, we need to pass adjustment entries for such transaction for which no entry passed so far. Then we need to incorporate branch trial balance in the books of head office. For that, we need to pass incorporation entries only in the books of head office. So there are 2 methods. One is 8 entry method, the other one is 3 entry method. So depending upon which entry method is required to the given problem, we can go for 3 entry method also, no problem. So we need to pass entries under these 2 methods, any one of these 2 methods. So in addition to that, we need to concentrate on other important points to be considered while preparing accounts in the books of branch and even in the books of head office. So that's the important thing to be noted. What is that? Other important points to be concentrated while preparing branch account in the books of head office, or while preparing what is that columnar trading and profit and loss account in consolidated balance sheet in the books of head office. What are all such other important points, and what entry we need to pass? What is the impact of such other important aspects? So that we will see particularly in next class. Till that, take care. Thank you.